My name is Trey Howard.
So, Christine.
Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you are about to give is the truth and nothing but the truth under penalty of law?
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Thank you. I'd like to start out by thanking all the council members for this time and the ability to present for y'all today. I'd like to take, sorry about this, but approximately 10 minutes to go through our PowerPoint presentation for you guys. So you can see here a little bit of background about the variance. Mesilla Valley Pharmacy and PharmTrue are two separate companies here in Las Cruces that are owned and operated by the same diverse group of core partners. The remodel at Mesilla Valley Pharmacy and PharmTrue began in the year 2020 at 227 South Main Street and was completed in August 2021, bringing the total remodel cost of the two businesses in the building to nearly $500,000. It's very important to me that you guys know we love being part of downtown. Like, we love being part of the downtown community. It's been amazing, but we didn't choose to be next to a school. We actually were granted opportunity to take over and remodel this building. And honestly, before that, we were just three local pharmacists working for corporations with a dream of independent pharmacy. And if it were not for this building being granted to us under the situations we were in, we would not be able to provide the care that we do to the community right now. The building made a large difference for our business. The brand new 800 square foot hemp manufacturing lab currently supports the production of pharmacist formulated CBD and hemp products that are distributed to multiple health facilities throughout New Mexico, like veterinarians, chiropractors, other pharmacies are selling these products. They're awesome. Mesilla Valley Pharmacy has 3 pharmacists on staff, and we dispense over 6,000 prescriptions monthly, including over 200 controlled substances that are regulated by the DEA. We've been retailing our pharmacist formulated products since 2019 downtown. It all started in the back of a truck with a tent, and now we have our location at 227. We all know, regardless of how you feel of cannabis, it's been a great economic driver that's been endorsed by the Downtown Las Cruces Partnership in their mission to revitalize the downtown area. Our pharmacists and founders are among some of the top cannabis pharmacists in the country. Dr. Joaquin Acosta sits on the board of directors for the International Society of Cannabis Pharmacists. Not only that, but he is one of 2 first-generation Latino business owners in this business. Jeffrey Stewart has developed the very first cannabis crash course for pharmacists and pharmacy technicians, which is a certified continuing education registered here in the U.S. to help educate other healthcare providers. And then me, myself, actually during my time at the UNM College of Pharmacy, I was a member and a presenter for Generation RX, which is an outreach program, a drug awareness program that helps educate high school students on the dangers of drug abuse and misuse in the community. And personally, I would love to work with New America School on any educational benefits they see for their students when it comes to cannabis or prescription drugs. Let's move on. These are just some nice pictures, but it shows a little bit about our lab that we have already operating. Some key points here about the variance. You know, healthcare professionals leading the community in this adjustment to legalized cannabis is critical to be safe. PharmTrue has invested so much time and effort into our current location at 227 that with our current pharmacy and our hemp manufacturing operations, allowing the company a variance would immediately springboard the downtown economy with the infrastructure that we've already worked so hard to establish. PharmTrue is on the brink of delivering truly innovative pharmacy services in downtown Las Cruces, and with the variance, we could become the first pharmacist-formulated cannabis company in the country with a mission to provide more progressive and inclusive pharmacy experiences. This is just the proposed site layout. The main thing to take away here, you can see that the area proposed for the dispensary is located as far as we could possibly put it from the school, down there in the corner. This is just an aerial view that shows you where the front entrance of the school is and where the drop-off location is, and it also shows you that though the Planning and Zoning Committee tried to call it a 0% buffer, I think we all know that's impossible. We're not opening a dispensary at the New America School. In fact, from the front door of the New America School to the front door of our proposed dispensary, it is approximately 240, 250 feet, depending how you walk. So, and that's been measured multiple times. This is just another slide, a different aerial angle. And even just now, there's been talk about us sharing a wall. I don't know really, I guess, what that means, but we do not share a wall. There are two walls. And yes, they are butted up against each other. I understand. But you definitely have to crack through two walls to get into that, baby. So, and there's another one because third time's the charm. So, this shows you when you walk inside the front end area of our pharmacy, and we just wanted to mark in the back, or for y'all, the top right corner, you can see that the area proposed for the dispensary it's very inconspicuously tucked away in the back. You know, we are not out here trying to flaunt it or anything. We are trying to use this as natural medicine for our patients and provide more options to them at the current pharmacy. So we've got it way back there in the back corner. Not just that, but as you enter, you would have to walk down this hall where at the end of it, we would have our proposed ID and age verification station so that anyone entering would have to be checked before they can even enter the dispensary or view any cannabis products. I know you guys are all too familiar with the codes, but I just wanted to read some of the language here, that the cannabis establishment shall comply with all state New Mexico regulatory and licensing requirements. The cannabis retailers shall be located 300 feet from a school or daycare, with the exception of commercial schools, schools of higher learning, and those serving 18 years of age or older. And a little bit about New America School, which is a non-traditional charter school located in the commercial district of downtown that does serve students that are 18 years of age or older. In fact, based on some of the statements made by Superintendent Porter to the Sun News recently, we can postulate that approximately half or nearly half of those students are adults above the age of 18 or older. Not just that, but also at the recent Planning and Zoning Committee we attended, Ms. Katnack, one of the teachers from New America School, stated that she herself has multiple students 23 years of age in her classes. Once again, just to reiterate, the front door at the school to the front door of our dispensary would be approximately 250 feet, not a 0-foot buffer. The liquor license is within walking distance too. They just threw that in there. So some key safety priorities that we have, obviously assure that only adults 21 and older can enter this dispensary. And not just that you can walk in and then you get checked, we actually have a verification station outside within the pharmacy building to make sure that only the right people are getting exposed to this stuff once they enter our Farm True dispensary. The residents may not carry cannabis products in the retail area or exit with the cannabis products and remain in the pharmacy. It must be your final stop before you leave the facility. And of course, any manufacturing or compounding areas are limited to staff only. So the other thing is we have 20 cameras throughout our facility covering the parking lot area that are under 24/7 monitoring and alarm. And one of the concerns that the school brought up at the Planning and Zoning Committee was that there might be nefarious activity in the parking lot related to the cannabis and their students. And, we did take that to heart. We've actually recently installed additional cameras outside so that we have a full view of all the areas surrounding Farm True and Mesilla Valley Pharmacy outside. All the facility windows are barred. We have rolling down locking gates that separate pharmacy proper, front end, and the dispensary. And honestly, as a state and federally licensed pharmacy, we can assure safe and effective use of this controlled substance. So, after we noticed that this was becoming quite a talking point within the community, and we saw that there were mixed emotions about it, we decided to put out a public survey, just asking people questions about how they feel about the dispensary at this location specifically, and healthcare professionals dispensing medical cannabis. So of the 154 collected responses, I'll just run through these real quick. You can see that 92 stated cannabis should be best described as a medicine, not as a drug. 91% stated that they are in support of recreational cannabis, and 100% of the 154 surveys stated they support medical cannabis use. 100% said that they were in support of cannabis being sold by Mesilla Valley Pharmacy or Farm True at that location. And 100% stated that they were in support of it being sold on the premises, even though it is located next to the New America School. 46% of the recipients we got said that they were not in favor of a different dispensary next to a school that is not run by pharmacists or healthcare professionals. 58% stated that they were not aware there is already another dispensary that has been approved within the 300-foot buffer of this school and was granted variance. 86% of them stated that they were aware there is a restaurant selling alcohol and beer within the radius of the school. And I just thought it was interesting that about half of these people do not use cannabis recreationally or medicinally. Some of our economic contributions to the downtown area so far, you can see we've created 6 full-time jobs, 1 part-time employee. We use 5 local Las Cruces contractors. Not only that, but as I mentioned earlier, we have developed one of the first cannabis-related CEs and presented it to over 500 healthcare professionals, including the New Mexico Pharmacists Association. To this day, it's growing every single day, but we've had over 12,000 encounters with patients and customers downtown at Mesilla Valley Pharmacy. The potential for spurring economic development, I hope is obvious. You know, the cannabis industry is booming here, and these are just some of the jobs based on other participants in the industry that we can see us creating for downtown. Not to mention, of course, all the sales and use tax that would go in if we were able to participate in the program. So with that, I will say thank you guys so much for the time. If you have any questions, I will do my best to answer them. Thank you guys so much.
Okay, I think we have a couple questions. Councilor Bencomo?
Thanks, Mayor. Thank you so much for being here and for your presentation. Your pharmacy has become very popular in the short time that you've been open, and I think that's a testament to your work and your credibility in the community. You know, you mentioned early on around the 200 controlled substances that you have, and I know I got some emails from folks, right? You provide and have controlled substances such as fentanyl, Xanax, oxycodone, amphetamines, et cetera, as any pharmacy does generally.
As any pharmacy, yeah.
What kind of safety precautions and measurements do you already take, given that you have and sell these kinds of medicines in your business already?
Thank you for the question, ma'am. So basically, we are certified and licensed by the Drug Enforcement Agency of the United States. We have to meet strict requirements on how those drugs are locked up and secured within our facility. So right now, for example, they are all located in a special safe to control all of the controlled substances. This is within the pharmacy proper, which is layered back within that building through multiple walls. And not only that, but we do have the rolling down locking gates for whenever the pharmacy is closed or not in operation that would protect from any breaking in. Not only that, but we do have motion sensors, cameras mounted on every aisle of the pharmacy, and a 24/7 alarm and monitoring service in place that ties directly to local law enforcement.
Wow, thank you. How long have you been open?
Actually, our 1-year anniversary was August 30th of this year that the pharmacy has been up and running.
Congratulations. I'm curious, in the 1 year, did you hear from the school or any other folks around their concerns of you selling such controlled substances right next to the school?
No, not at all. No one seemed concerned about controlled substances until it dealt with cannabis.
Okay. Thank you. I look forward to, oh, actually, no, it's so funny when we're talking about your Generation RX.
Yes, ma'am.
I would love to see a partnership with, whether it's the city or whoever, particularly the school, on ways that you can and provide that kind of information for area schools, perhaps community schools. I think that'd be an excellent partnership.
Well, you guys can tell I'm a little rusty, so I need to get back out there. If we could make that happen, it'd be great.
Thank you. Thanks, Mayor.
Anyone else? Okay,